Welcome back, trainers, and let's go ahead and check out the new Gen 6 starter, Grass type, Chesnaught. Well, also it's going to be fighting as well. This thing I'm going to tell you right now is absolutely amazing. Doesn't even need its Community Day move, but I'm going to tell you this right now. When it does get Frenzy Plant, this thing is going to be a must-have. So currently we have Vine Whip Superpower and Energy Ball. Let's get it. We are going to be pairing it up with Azumarill, with Ice Beam and Play Rough, as well as, my Shadow Mawile. We have Fire Fang, Power Up Punch, and Iron Head on that. So, with that said, take a look and see what it's going to be good up against here on PvPoke. It is going to be ranked 25. That is fantastic. Vine Whip, and it also has Smackdown. Now, another thing we've always talked about, if you're going to be going over and taking a look at simulations and you see it loses up against a certain Pokemon, but, make sure you go in there, you kind of examine it and inspect it to see what it can do with other moves, like, for instance, the Galvantula. If we do have Vine Whip, we're going to be losing up against that in a one-to-one shield scenario. But if we do switch it up to a Smackdown, it's going to change the whole outcome. And Smackdown could be pretty usable. You're going to be doing decent damage up against a Alolan Marowak, as well as other flyers, like maybe a Altaria. Skarmory's not going to be super effective, but it's going to be doing more than a Vine Whip. Just a little food for thought there. And then going into the other leagues here in just a moment, you're seeing it's going to be actually pretty good. This thing is amazing. I'm having a blast, and the investment was absolutely worth it, right? It's not one of those things where, I made one before Community Day, and, well, you never know when this is going to get it. It's going to be a while, so have fun with it now. We still didn't even have Snivy Community Day, right? Something I was very excited for, that tanky grass type. Superior. So anyways, let's go ahead and see what we have going on here. And then we do have a very special battle at the end, I suppose. Somebody who's pretty well known in the PvP community. With that said, let's see what we have. We had some mistakes here. We got a 4-1, and we had some other pretty good sets as well. This is going to be me at about, I'd say, 2:30 a.m. I was feeling really weird because I needed to sleep, but I was just all hyped up from the caffeine I was drinking when I was live streaming. So yeah, I had the jitters, kind of sleepy, kind of not, and I was like, you know what, let's test out some new Gen 6, let's go. And I was just, all hyping in the mode, and it worked out great. It was fun. So let's go ahead and get into the commentary here. Up against the Galvantula, they're going to be swapping into Swampert. Oh, could have gotten any more beautiful? Could have been any more perfect, guys? I don't think so. Maybe a Whiscash. So yes, we have Vine Whip, super effective to the grass and water, doing a ton of damage. So since that was so quick, we're going to go ahead and let those both go through, just taking all that while absorbing it. Superpower is going to be amazing, but we have to remember the attack and defense debuff when used. And in comes Galvantula. We're going to be going for the Energy Ball here. This is not very effective, but check out the damage if we do get this through here. Look at that. Not very effective, but almost taking it out. We're swapping into our Mawile to absorb this, or we might use a shield. Could have been a discharge. Lunge, not doing that much. Lowered our attack, and now we're locked in here up against the Whiscash, but we still do have the Chesnaught, so we don't have to really worry too much about it. I mean, it's going to be able to farm up, but it looks like they're going to be releasing that energy right away, which is beautiful for us. Go ahead and take us out. Fantastic. Don't farm up at all. We're going to go back in here with this thing. Yeah, it doesn't have much health, but the ground moves are not very effective, and it's going to be able to just continue to tack on that damage with its quick move, and even getting to our charge move here. Taking it out. No more shields. In comes Galvantula. We're going to be able to finish this off with the Azumarill's bubbles looking good. Yeah, we had good lineups and everything was matching up great, but can we win with a horrible lead? Well, we'll see here. Another good lead, though. This is going to be a Skarmory. We love that. They're going to be swapping into Azumarill. Now, this is what you want to see. How good is it up against Azumarill? Can it take a Play Rough? Can it take an Ice Beam? And I'm going to tell you, it can take both of those with about this much health here. So the Ice Beam is going to be comfortable. Play Rough, look at that. So we are fighting and grass, so that's why you're taking super effective by the Play Rough, but you're able to survive that and hold on to that energy for whatever comes in next. So as you can see, this thing is amazing. It's key if they can survive a Play Rough and or an Ice Beam without shields, as well as dealing decent damage and having a good moveset. This Pokemon is going to be something you're going to be seeing quite often in the future once people start getting a little bit more candies or better PvP IVs, because it's just phenomenal. I mean, I can't stress it enough. Absolutely amazing. I don't remember the last time a new Pokemon came in that was so good. I mean, I guess Galarian Stunfisk. And, actually, there's been a few good ones, but I'm just in love with this type here. So, You guys already know, maybe you do, maybe you don't, but fighting is my favorite typing, as well as poison. So we had a good lead. They're going to be swapping into Azumarill, and I'm like, let's get it. Let's go. Oh my gosh. Gotta love that animation too. It looks so cool with that shell. All right, so getting that Grass Knot through, great. We're not shielding this up. This thing already did its job by taking out the Azumarill. They're going to be doing a lot of damage, but we're going to be able to farm down and have energy ready to go here. Should be able to get this off. It's going to be a superpower onto the Altaria, unfortunately, but whatever. It is what it is. Damage is damage, and it's still doing a lot. Still doing a lot. So we have a Azumarill or Mawile. So it looks like I'm going to go in here with Mawile, trying to get a shield out of them. Fantastic. That was a power-up punch, and we're able to get that shield. That's a beautiful thing to see here. Now, I think we're going to go ahead and shield this up. We can take this, but we want to preserve the health a little bit longer. We're in a pretty good position here. They're going to be swapping into a Galarian Stunfisk, and this is even better. We have already been vamped up with our attack. That's 2 times now. This is going to be 3 times with the attack buffed, as well as super effective Fire Fang here. They're doing super effective with the quick move, so we're going to go ahead and shield this up just for the heck of it, just to do a little bit more damage. We're in a position we know we're going to win. The Altaria has pretty much no health. Even if it had 2 sky attacks, it can't win, and we're going to be able to take them out with bubbles. Looking good, folks. Let's get it. Chesnaught is a force to be reckoned with. First set here, we're able to take 4 wins, as well as that 1 loss, unfortunately. But hey, this is great, right? So we are currently rank 11. So let's keep it moving. Currently rank 11, like as of now, not right here in this point of the video. So anyway, continuing on here, we're going to be leading with Mawile. We're actually going to lead with Azumarill later down the line here, because I started running into some hard counters this morning. After I did wake up from initially doing these battles at around 2:30, 3:30 in the morning. So we're going to go ahead and shield this up. Could have potentially been a earthquake there. And yes, it actually could have, because I have enough energy to go for another rock slide. And when they do go for a rock slide like that in this initial matchup, I know they're going for another one right after the next one, because they're not able to actually get to an earthquake before I take them out. Anyways, we have the Azumarill. We're going to be swapping into ours. And just taking this play rough, no problem here. And we have 1-to-1 shields. Good thing we have play rough. I have switched Hydro Pump ever since. I just like play rough for now. Hydro Pump can come in very amazing in some situations, but play rough is just seeming to work a lot better for these mirror matches and whatever else. Ice Beam is a must, I believe, for myself. So we're going to go for another play rough, of course, up against this mirror match here. Now, this could be a play rough. I'm pretty sure it is. Yep, it is. They're going to be taking us out. That's fine. Going to go ahead and go in here with the Chesnaught and farm a bit. But since our Azumarill is down and our Mawile has virtually no health, and we have a Skarmory here, it's not going to happen. So Superpower can actually do a lot of damage. Let's actually see here. Onto Skarmory. So just remember this, if you're in a jam, Superpower is still going to do a lot of damage. Pretty nice. But we're going to be losing that one there. Good game. Moving it into the next battle here. Let's see what we're going to be met with this time. And it is going to be a Galvantula again. And this is great for us. Fire Fang's going to be doing a lot. Let's see if they want to stay in here. Now, I'm going to shield this up because it could have been a discharge, in which that would have done a lot. But it's a cross poison. Threw me off. So we did use a shield. We're going to go ahead and swap into our Chesnaught here. Now, we're going to let this go through. More than likely an Ice Beam. That was pretty quick. And as you can see, Ice Beam is still, it's hurting it. But you're going to be able to survive those bubbles, which are not very effective, while continuously, potentially spamming here. Now, you can also maybe even go with Solar Beam to just do even more damage for your Grass Charge move. But I think Energy Ball is going to be the better option. Superpower can be used as a bait and retreat, but remember, you're going to be lowering your attack and defense when you do use that, so it's a bit risky. More than likely, you want to build up to 2. So they're going to be actually shielding that up. That's fine. They take us out, and we still have the Azumarill with, Ice Beam's going to be okay up against this one here, but yeah, we have Mawile on the back. They're going to be swapping back into Galvantula, and we're going to go right into our Mawile here. I think I may shield, letting this lunge go through. Good call. And we almost have 2 power-up punches here, so we're going to go ahead and just hit these pretty much back-to-back, vamp up that attack, and we're going to dig into the Galarian Stunfisk here, but they could potentially farm us. Azumarill is going to be able to tank the hits fairly well. So let's see how this plays up. The Fire Fang is just adding up more and more. We still have a shield left. Now, I didn't notice I had a shield left. Now, shielding it up. They have another one. We're just going to go in here with the Azumarill again, and then take them out with just a bubble. and taking the win there. Yeah, I know, I'm going with the Azumarill. But guys, it's hard out here for a Shadow Mawile, okay? And testing out a new Pokemon, we're going to use a little cushion over here. So we're going to be met with a Toxicroak in the lead here. This is not, ideal, but we can still win this. All right, if they want to use a shield here, that's great that we're going to be going shield for shield. But if they let it go through, that's even better, because now we're going to be able to take this thing out here. And we don't have much health left, which is also pretty good. They're not going to be able to farm us too much. In comes a Drifblim. Let's see if we can get a shield out of them. Better shield it up. It's an Iron Head. Oh, they let it go through. Since it is going to be a ghost and flying, it's not doing much damage to it at all. We're going to go ahead and go in here with the Azumarill. It's getting a little... actually, I'm not too worried about this. Chesnaught's going to not be effective up against it at all because of the grass and fighting. So, yeah, we have to... take this thing out, or at least bring it very low. But they're going to be swapping into their Stunfisk here, and we go ahead and throw the Ice Beam. They caught it. I was potentially trying to get that onto the Drifblim. So let's see how this plays out. So Chesnaught is going to be able to completely, wouldn't say wall the Galarian Stunfisk, but everything Galarian Stunfisk throws at it, it's not going to be very effective. Rock Slide, not very effective. Earthquake, not very effective because of the grass typing. So pretty good counter here. You do have also the superpower, which is going to be doing a lot of damage to it, or potentially even Energy Ball. So in comes the Drifblim. Check this out. They let it go through, and it still does a ton of damage. Probably didn't expect it to do that much. That's fantastic. And another situation where if you do have Smackdown, you're going to be having a lot more coverage up against those flyers there. So Chesnaught is just that awesome. All right, so up against a Mew here, usually have Wild Charge and then potentially Flame Charge, maybe a Surf. So we have to think about that Wild Charge, but we're going to go ahead and let this go through. It's an actual grass, not doing so much damage. We're just going to go ahead and go for the Ice Beam here. Let's see if we can get a shield. Great, we do. Now, we're not in the best position. More than likely, let's see, probably going to bait me here with something, and it's just Surf. So they got Surf and Grass Knot. All right, it's pretty good coverage there. Now we're going to go ahead and go Play Rough. If they want to double up on those shields for that Mew, that's perfectly fine with me, and that is what they want to do here. So we have to just go ahead and let this go down, because why would we shield that? And we're going to go ahead and go in here with the Chesnaught. Now, we know what charge moves they have. Both Grass Knot and Surf are not going to be very effective to us. So I think the game plan here is to farm this thing all the way down and come out of here with some sort of energy. If they have a Skarmory, it's going to be tricky, and then I'm going to swap and they're going to counter me. So let's see how this works out. And there's the Skarmory. We're swapping into Mawile here. And they stayed in there for a minute, letting me build up energy, and they're going to be going in there with the Galarian Stunfisk, which is also going to be a decent matchup for my Mawile here. So I do believe we just simply need to shield this up. No problem. Now they're not going to really be able to get to an Earthquake, and even if they do at this point, actually, no, they can't. No, it's not going to happen. Yeah, we're going to take them out. Skarmory comes in. They're going to have energy. And Sky Attack's not going to finish this off, but here's the thing. The Chesnaught does have a superpower. We've seen how much damage it does, so I would just be able to go in there and use that if some sort of lag happened. We're not able to get off our charge, but we're able to take that win. GG's. Met with a Shadow Vic. That's not good at all. We're swapping, and I see the Bastodon. I'm like, all right, it's one of these teams here. So basically what we have to do is keep this Mawile alive as long as possible, because potentially we're going to have 3 Pokemon weak to Fire Fang here, right? Unless they have this team switched up a little bit of a remix here. So we're going to go ahead and shield this up like we said. It's going to be that Flamethrower and able to farm them down. Beautiful. But at this point we have pretty much no health. They have a Swampert back there, and I'm thinking, okay, Chesnaught time, but this is going to be a little bit tricky here. So I swap. I don't think that... that wasn't the best. I should have just let the Mawile go down. I'm thinking I wanted to save the Mawile. Have a little bit of those Fire Fangs to dig into that Victory Bell. Let's see how this plays out. We have the Azu. That's not going to be doing very much against the Shadow Vic unless we're able to get an Ice Beam off. So in comes this thing here. No more shields left. What is it going to be? A Leaf Blade. Not very effective. That's fine. We're going to be forced to go for the Grass Knot, because Superpower is just going to be useless to go for, and we're able to take it out, doing enough damage. Shadow Vic is a little bit squishy, not very effective with the Poison and Grass, but still taking the win. Into the next battle, we're met with a Alolan Ninetales, and now we're going to be starting the lead with the Azumarill here, because we were simply getting hard countered, and I was like, you know what? No. But I'm not even, all right, I'm not even gonna go down that road of being hard countered. It is what it is. It happens, right? It's just the way of the world. Anyways, we're gonna go ahead and try to get a shield out of them with the ice beam. Well, I mean, they're so low, we're gonna just take them out with ice beam. All right, in comes their Azumarill here, and we're gonna be able to get to this play rough, but the only unfortunate part is the fact that they're going to be able to farm us down with bubble, and they're gaining a good amount of energy. We did bring them, you know, pretty low with that play rough. That's fine. In comes our Chesnaught here, and we know we can take a play rough, and we know we can take an ice beam, and we're going to go ahead. We haven't shielded up an Azumarill once yet, I don't think, with this Chesnaught. Well, right when I say that, I do. Well, at least the first charge move. So shielding that one up, we're not trying to farm. We're going for superpower, which is going to be less because we're going to swap. We don't need to go for all that energy. And now we're going to go ahead and swap. But they have another Charmer in the back. And since we have the Mawile, yeah, we're good to go. We're going to be able to take it out with the Mawile. But we do have the Chesnaught in the back all loaded up, ready to go with energy. Taking the win on that Shadow Vic with the Mawile, with our Shadow. Let's get it into the next battle here. We're met with the Mantine. Now this is going to be a slow battle. But it is going to be in our favor if we have Play Rough. Since we have Play Rough, beautiful. We're looking great. See, this is why I'm going with it. It's just been helping me out. I really enjoyed the Hydro Pump set, but yeah, we're gonna test this out now. So yeah, I'm assuming they're just gonna keep going Bubble Beam, lower our attack, and then eventually start hitting a few Ice Beams here and there. Then we're going to inevitably come out on top for this battle here. Yeah, it's just as simple as that. So we're getting a shield. That's beautiful. We're not shielding this up not one time. There's no point. There's no need. And we're just going to be able to tank everything. And we're looking great. So should you make one of these Gen 6 starter Pokemon, the fire one, I don't think you should make that one right now. You don't need to invest those rare candies. As far as Greninja, that's, you know, it is not ranked the best, but it doesn't really matter. Mawile's not ranked the best, but does that really matter? Sure, it's going to have some horrible matchups, some really bad positions to be in. It's almost like pretty much I lose situations once in a while, no matter what, even though I've just seen a few seconds of the battle, but it can pull off some amazing wins and sweep teams. We've seen it many times over and over again. So don't think it's horrible. Greninja's still going to be pretty good. Chesnaught, as you can see here, clear as day. It speaks for itself. It is amazing. It is worth it. And I think if there's any one of these that you wanted to make first, if you're into PvP, it is going to be this one right here. Simple as that. So get out there and get those candies, Pineapple them, Silver Pineapple them, whatever you have to do, and hopefully you can get yourself some good IVs. Remember, lower attack, higher defense, and stamina is what you're going to be wanting to shoot for. So we're able to take that win. Fantastic here, folks, and we're going to be wrapping up this video. We have one more battle after this. Wait, sorry, we have two more battles, and then I told you that one person that's going to be featured here. Well, I wouldn't say feature, we just randomly ran into each other. And they're on my friends list is funny too. So we have a Bastiodon. They're going to be swapping into Meganium. And I'm like, okay, that sounds good to me. Going right into the Mawile here. Expecting them to potentially bait me, but I can't risk it. Earthquake will take us out. And if they do go for an Earthquake or even a bait for a Frenzy Plant, they're not going to likely get to another Earthquake. So that's fine. This is going to be another Frenzy Plant. So we're going to go ahead and let that go through. Not very effective, but still hurting. But we're able to win this matchup. We are down a shield. Let's see if we can pull this off. And in comes the Bastiodon here. Now, I think we have 4 wins at this point. If we can get this one, we win 5-0. Alright, so raising our attack, doing more damage. The Smackdown is accumulating, not able to get to the next power-up puncher. They're taking us out with a ton of energy. Gonna go in here with the Azumarill to kind of just absorb everything. They're retreating into a Shadow Vic, and as soon as I saw that Shadow Vic, I knew it was GG for me. There's nothing we can do at this point at all. I could have maybe went for Ice Beam to get that shield out of them. And then, yeah, you know what? I don't know. It's not, you know, hindsight's 2020, right? We know. So at this point, we lost. Unfortunately, no 5-0 for us today. We tried, but this thing still put in work. And having it paired up with Mawile is pretty risky. If you run into a Skarmory with an Alola Marowak on their team and it's not lined up correctly, it's GG for you. Good night, sleep tight. You're not going to win, all right? Unless you pull off some real magic. Anyways, there we go, looking good. And that was weird. We had the buddy assist, but then I caught it. That was weird. So let's see what we have. Final battle here, folks. Let's go right here. Enjoy this. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you all next time. Take care.